some sort of transitional period in which they could adapt to Lithuania. So I'm not saying, so yes, some payment for them, but let's say we should have very clear rules that, 6 months pass or 9 months pass, you have to start paying for yourself, either through work or from business or from whatever. And I think this is sort of the best way to integrate people. And actually the best way how people integrate is if they work, if they talk to regular people, rather than stay in their own little enclaves. So I think think of United States. How do Lithuanians integrate in the society of the United States? Well, by going there and working there.
But United States was built by immigrants.
Sure, and
urbanism and infrastructure, education and culture, and sports. And Martynas is in charge of social affairs and what else? Economy. Yeah.
And also equality. The attitude of them should be changed just because we make them feel like they are ignored and they
From like Ukraine or
Not embarrassed from
we don't have Middle East migrants. This article in the newspaper that they are actually analyzing the situation with the migrants in the Šiauliai region, and there are no migrants. They are staying here. We don't have clients for this package. We are ready.
I participated in this program because I wanted to know different culture, and gain new communication skills. After all these program activities, we became more open-minded and we knew much more about refugees' problem.
All members of this project have discussed the refugees problem. We asked Shauli citizens their opinion about refugees and made statistics about their answers. Also, we've traveled to Vilnius city for 1 day and have a few conversations with politic and social worker about refugees. And after this project, I became more open-minded and maybe friendlier.
After a week of activities, the overall evaluation of the project can be formed as following. The learning purpose of the project has been achieved through various different and interesting meetings, while, as well, another major objective of the project, gathering young people and let them share their ideas to each other, made this project much more successful. This project was quite important for me because of several reasons. First of all, it was my very first time of moderation, so I think it was okay, if not successful. And I learned a lot. I learned a lot about the overall situation about refugees by the meetings, and I learned how to do this moderation. I learned how to communicate with young people better and how to let them express their ideas in a more comfortable way. This was really fun for me, and I hope that other participants had fun too.
This project was a true challenge for me, but at the same time it was a priceless thing. For example, I met a lot of people that had to step out of their comfort zone, not only of the language difficulties, but to learn how to communicate with other people they don't know too. So in my belief, with this projects like this is the best opportunity to believe in your abilities, which you have never been insecure about.
So this exchange program gave me a lot of experience. As I wasn't a true member of this organization, I was more of an organizer for different activities. For example, I made an orientation game in which students from Poland and from Lithuania walked all around Šiauliai doing different types of activities. As we only had like a couple of days to get ready, we didn't have much time. So this type of opportunity made me think about more to plan out everything weeks before the actual activity is going to happen. Additionally, I have met a lot of new people from Poland and also even tried to learn more about our culture and maybe even learn a couple of Polish words. And all in all, I think this type of program is a great experience.
Think globally, act locally is an experience which I will never forget. First of all, I have improved my skills of organizing. For instance, we had to organize a international intercultural dinner when participants of both countries presented their traditions. I was responsible for this evening, so when the group which had to show Lithuanian folk dances didn't come, I was surprised. It was unexpected, and I understood that I have only a few minutes to organize everything again. Luckily, there are benevolent teachers and students who agreed to help us during the last minute. Furthermore, as a president of School Students' Council, I had to find participants for the project from the school. I thought it would be easier, but almost every day I received messages from students, from participants who said that they cannot attend in a project. But again, it is a unique and a beneficial experience because now we know what must have been made distinctively in a way to avoid misunderstandings. In conclusion, the week of this project was quite different than others, not only because of new challenges, but also of an ability to change others' opinion. I am glad that participants were introduced to an issue of refugees and had an opportunity to think over and over again to make their view wider and more tolerant.
So I didn't took part at this project as a student and neither as an exchange student. I was more like an assistant helping, and for me it was really interesting to see, because at the first days or the first hours especially the Polish students and the Lithuanian students, they completely separated and they didn't talk to each other. They were like quite shy, even though they hosted each other. And you know, after a week they were like really friendly and open together, and like that was really good to see this process of coming closer, even though they were strangers before. And also what was really interesting for me was everything about the language, because there were some students, they couldn't speak a lot of English, but still they found a way to communicate with each other. So that was really nice to see that it's not just about language, it's also about like how people interact with each other. So that was quite good. Maybe to sum it up, the week was really good for me, a nice experience. I have never done something like that before, so yeah, it was quite nice.
It was really nice to know other cultures, to meet the Polish people and to talk to them, to know more about the country, about the cities and about the language. And it was really a good experience, and it was a great time. The truth is that the problems are globally, but we have to think about them locally and care about it.
During the project, we were supposed to think globally because the main issue was about refugees, which is a global problem in the world. And we had a lot of activities in our local town called Chulej. It was really interesting to have a lot of discussions about on the refugees issue, not only with our guests from Poland, but also with our Lithuanian politicians such as Žilvinas Šilėnas, who has impressed me, and it was really interesting to share our ideas and to listen to theirs. All the discussions that we had actually haven't changed my approach towards refugees, because I have never had anything against them. But what was very surprising that all the negative information spread through the media don't affect everybody, because we had such as interviews with people from Chulej, and we realized that many of them are very positive about them, as well as me. So I think that the project was really useful just because I had an opportunity to discuss with, to meet a lot of people and discuss with them on this issue, and I made my knowledge even wider and deeper, so I'm very happy about it.
So I have new information about refugees, that they are two people and they search better life in another country where no wars and just better conditions.
Overall, I had amazing experience participating in this exchange program, and first of all, it was really interesting to meet new cultures, to understand how people from other cultures think about my country, Lithuania, and to break stereotypes that we had in Lithuania and just to learn about their culture. We had a dinner evening, cultural dinner evening, in which we tried different traditional Polish foods. So we had really nice conversations with Poles, and we find a lot of new friends and made a lot of new international relationships. We also discussed about refugees, as it was the main topic of this exchange program. So it was also really interesting to learn what their country people thinks about refugees, and what the people, the participants thinks about refugees, as it is a pretty controversial topic and people has a lot of stereotypes about them, and the activities which was relative to the topic, relative to refugees, also was really interesting and led me to understand better the issue that we have in Lithuania and see what people think about refugee crisis and so on. And also the activities that we had not only in our city in Šiauliai but also in Vilnius was really interesting because we had the possibility to show our country, to speak about our country and share our culture, and all the discussions, all the presentations was really beneficial for me, and I think was beneficial for our guests.
They help us improve our English and make new friends.
I find this year exchange really helpful in many ways. I am kinda disappointed with my English skills because it appears that there is still a lot to learn. The time which I spent in Lithuania was a good opportunity to improve my English. I have found out about the refugees situation in Europe, and it was very valuable and important experience because right now I can see how significant this problem is. I also met a lot of amazing people.
This project was a big adventure for me. I'm glad the young people want to discuss about important issues such as tolerance, respecting human rights, kindness. These are the things everyone should remember about. Besides, young people have influence on the future.
Being a part of this project was really enjoyable. I met many colorful people and I learned so
about the refugees. Also I learned much about Lithuanian
Taking part in this project was a big challenge for me because I was really afraid that I wouldn't be able to communicate with the Lithuanians. However, I learned about many interesting things concerning in Lithuania. I know that this is a very friendly and open country.
I think that the project was very important because it made our awareness of the refugee issue. Many young people don't know much about refugees. I changed my mind about it. Now I think that everyone needs our help, so we have to help them. And of course, I want to say thank you to the girls. I had a great time in Lithuania. Thank you.